Every single world-changing project, whether it's a massive new solar farm or a tech startup that's about to shake things up, it all starts with two things: a brilliant vision and a giant question mark hanging over the funding. Today, we're going to dive into how those amazing visions actually become a reality. So, yeah, how do you fund a world-changing idea? It's almost always the biggest hurdle for innovators. I mean, you've got the plan, you've got the team, you've got the technology, but seriously, where does the money come from? And that is what we call the capital gap. Think of it like this huge canyon between a groundbreaking project on paper and the super complex, honestly, kind of intimidating world of international finance. You need to actually build it. It's a challenge that stops incredible ideas in their tracks every single day. But what if you had an expert guide, someone to navigate that world for you? Well, that's exactly where a firm like WHT Finance comes into the picture. They're designed specifically to be that global finance partner. And their mission? It's actually really simple, but incredibly powerful. They exist to be the bridge across that capital gap. They're the ones who connect these innovative projects with the global funding they need, literally creating a clear path for them to grow and succeed. So let's talk about their track record, and we're going to do this kind of quick fire. First up, their reach. They've got active financing partnerships in over 25 countries. We're talking across Europe, Asia, and North America. Okay, next up, scale. I mean, we're talking about more than 2.8 times billion dollars in total project value that they've successfully helped make happen through their network. And to wrap up this little trio, experience. All that capital, it's been channeled into over 150 successful projects in some of the most important sectors out there: renewable energy, real estate, technology. Yeah, that's a serious track record. So the big question is, how do they actually do it? Well, they give their clients what you could call an international toolkit. Basically, a set of keys designed to unlock all these different doors in the global capital markets. The first key gives you access to what are called development finance institutions, or DFIs. Think of the heavy hitters: the World Bank Group, the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development, places like that. The crucial point here is that these institutions offer financing on really, really favorable long-term conditions for projects that are gonna have a positive impact. All right, the second key in the toolkit, this one unlocks European Union incentives. And this is a huge deal. Through programs like Horizon Europe, they can tap into grants for cutting-edge R&D. With Green Deal funding, they can get low-interest loans for sustainability projects. And with Invest EU, they can help bring in private investment for really strategic goals. This is money that's literally set aside to fuel progress. And the third key is about using something called export credit agencies, or ECAs. Basically, these agencies give you government-backed guarantees when you need to buy specialized equipment from another country. This takes a ton of risk out of the whole process, and it means projects can get their hands on the best technology in the world securely. Okay, so they've got this amazing toolkit, right? But, a tool is only as good as the strategy behind it. And that's why their focus is always on creating custom financing strategies that are specifically designed to help a project grow. So a huge part of their approach is just common sense, really. They match the financing term to the economic life of whatever is being built. So for a solar farm that's going to last 25 years, you get a loan that's between 15 and 25 years. For a tech company with a much faster cycle, it's a shorter term, like 3 to 10 years. It's just logical, sustainable financing. They also get that new projects need some breathing room to get going, which is why their grace period structure is so important. Think about it. During construction, you're only paying the interest, which saves precious cash. As the project starts to ramp up, the payments are graduated. You only start paying the full debt once the project is stable and actually making money. For so many projects, this is an absolute game changer. So, what does all this add up to? Well, it means they can offer really competitive conditions. By securing low interest margins, high loan-to-value ratios, and long average terms, they're structuring deals that aren't just about getting the money. They're about making sure the project is viable for the long haul. And, this all leads to a really important idea. They position themselves as way more than just a source of money. They see themselves as an end-to-end partner, focused on building real relationships based on trust and support through the entire life of the project. And this quote right here, it just perfectly sums up their whole philosophy. Success in project finance requires more than capital. It demands expertise, relationships, and unwavering commitment to execution excellence. It just shows they understand that the money is just one piece of a much, much bigger puzzle. And you can really see that commitment in the advisory services they offer. They go way beyond just finding the cash. They help structure the project for success right from day one. They'll do the deep dive feasibility studies, build the financial models to prove the concept, and then they provide the legal support and risk mitigation to make it all a reality. And look, all of this work, it's all built on a foundation of their core principles. Integrity and transparency, that's what builds trust. Innovation and excellence, that's what drives results. A focus on sustainability ensures they're making a positive impact. And collaboration means they really share in their clients' vision for the future. So we come all the way back to that first question. How do you fund a world-changing idea? It seems the answer isn't just about finding capital. It's about finding a true strategic partner. So the real question isn't just how you'll fund your vision, but who you'll build it with.